Hello pilots! In this video I will be giving you my list for the top 10 frigates for PvP in EVE Echoes. For my standard top 10 disclosure, please know that this list is purely my opinion and based on all aspects of PvP gameplay. Each ship has its strengths and weaknesses, but I believe that these 10 are the best at what they do well. Whether you agree or disagree with the choices made, or the order I've placed them in, that's perfectly acceptable, as everyone has their own favorites. But after watching this video, go ahead and leave a comment on your favorite frigate for PvP. Include your in-game name in the comment, and I'll pick the best 3 to receive one of the faction frigate hulls in the thumbnail for this video. Now, if you just... is anybody else feeling a little dizzy here? Okay. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just start the video. Okay. All right. Oh my God.
Number 10.
The only bomber frigate on our list, the Hound III, comes in at number 10, beating out all other bombers for the last spot. For the most part, this ship is very similar to its Purifier, Nemesis, and Manticore counterparts. However, the Hound III has one major advantage over the others: speed. Firstly, it has the highest top speed with a base at 399 meters per second. Secondly, it also gains a 5% bonus to flight velocity for every level of Expert Frigate Command. This allows the Hound to have the best chance at avoiding damage while orbiting at fast speeds, and also the fastest speed for positioning while cloaked. Side tip, if you get your hands on a purple Hound Nanocore, please make sure it has bonuses to explosive damage. These will stack with your ship bonuses, and you'll see a significant boost to your overall DPS.
Number 9.
The Dramiel comes in at number 9 on this list, I'm sure at much to the dismay of many cannon lovers in New Eden. While it does boast the highest base speed of all the faction frigates at 500 ms, most of the time that's just going to be used to get you in as close as possible for its short-range autocannons. You can go with strike cannons for extra range, however you will still likely be within webs and scramblers of your opponent. Also, a low amount of total power grid makes it nearly impossible to overprop your speed module or use a medium extender that some of the other frigates on the list can take advantage of for extra defense. Overall, the Dramiel is a decent choice for frigate PvP as it is relatively cheap to replace and straightforward to fly, but only if you plan to develop your cannon implants for larger ships later on and want something to cross over those implant investments into.
Number 8.
The II Interceptor does one thing well, but that one thing it does really, really well. Like the previous 2 ships on our list, the main advantage the II Interceptor has over its other Interceptor cousins is its speed, coming in with a base of 553 meters per second. However, if you pair that with its extremely small source radius, bonus to its warp disruptor and scrambler range, and some deeply developed nanocore options, the II Scepter becomes the most dangerous tackle ship in the game. So dangerous, in fact, that it can be used to hold faction battleships outside of neutralizer range and orbit so quickly that drones can't attack it, even being able to pin down carriers using slower fighters, not just in nullsec, but also lowsec as well. Many players who multi-box in EVE Echoes will often have one of these toxic scepters as their tackle alt, while they hit with their main DPS from any range they desire. Just watch out for artillery level 45 ships. Since their implant allows them to guarantee hits, you will need to be able to tackle well outside the enemy ship's range, or you'll be potted faster than you can say,
"Autopilot engaged."
Number 7.
The Garmur faction frigate comes in at number 7. Similar to the II Interceptor, I have it here due to its bonuses to Warp Disruptor and Warp Scrambler range. For any ship, it's always optimal to stay outside of your opponent's web range, and that's especially important if you're flying something that is small and uses speed to stay alive. While it's not the fastest faction frigate, the Garmur can use its speed non-stop, as not only will it be outside of enemy slowdown range, but its main weapon type, small missiles, do not rely on tracking like the other turret-based frigates do. This will allow you to move as fast as possible without suffering a damage penalty, a massively underrated capability. While its tackling potential does not reach that of II Scepter levels, it can, however, pack a punch with its weapons. allowing you to take on softer targets by yourself or at least contribute to the damage done by your fleet mates. The Garmur is paper thin though, and more expensive to replace than 80% of this list, so make sure you choose your targets wisely, as learning to fly this ship well can cost over time.
Number 6.
The Worm is on our list at number 6 for one reason only: the Bombard implant. It's not fast, it's not super small, it doesn't have great defense, but man, when a high-level Bombard is loaded with high-quality, small drones, you better believe you're gonna feel it. Besides the most defensive of ships, the Worm actually has a good matchup against most of the other frigates on this list, as smaller ships rely on speed to dodge attacks, and the Worm's small drones can usually either match or surpass that speed. The Worm would be best used to fight destroyer and below targets, but slower cruisers and large turret ships will have a hard time dealing with its small drones if you want to bring them into fleet combat as a ranged combatant. Side tip: if you build it correctly, the Worm can solo Dormant Realm 510, making it the cheapest option in the game to complete a level 10 Dormant Realm every week by yourself and stack up those gold compilers.
Number 5.
The Daredevil. I have a soft spot in my heart for this ship, as I used it up until tech level 9 to run PvE encounters with. But PvE is not why this ship is at number 5 on the list. The Daredevil has not only an amazing bonus to its web range and web strength, but also its disruptor range as well. This makes it the only other ship on the list, besides the II Interceptor or the Garmur, to be able to tackle targets with long-range disruptors and stay outside of enemy E-War. When you combine that with the extra long web range, even small ships will have a hard time getting into tackle range, and often weapon range, making this ship very tricky to pin down. But that's not all. The Daredevil also gets a 25% bonus to web resistance, meaning that even if you do manage to get a web or two on him, he will likely just slip outside of range before you can burst him down. The Daredevil can be used as a long-range tackle ship for fleets, or if you're feeling a little, shall we say, daring, an up-close, small, snub-nosed DPS beast. Pair its high web strength with High Power Coil's level 30 ability Stun Grenade, and your targets will be stuck like a fly in a web, like a dinosaur in a tar pit, like a teenager with stage fright, well, you get the idea.
Number 4.
Coming in at number 4, we have our newest and most absurdly expensive frigate, the Pacifier. One of 4 conquered ships available, the baseline stats of this ship are clearly superior to all the other frigates on this list. It doesn't matter if you're a laser, missile, railgun, or cannon pilot, this ship has bonuses to all of them if you've trained the skills, allowing it to be more versatile and usable with whatever implant you happen to have specialized in, besides drones of course. Also, similar to the Hound III, you can fit a covert ops cloaking device, allowing you to warp while cloaked and get on top of your target before they know you're on grid, with a 0 lock delay once you pop out. With its bonuses to shield and armor repair, plus the ability to use the repair module in the mid slots, you can even turn it into a surprisingly tanky ship for its size. But while you can get great repair numbers with the Pacifier, the repair module will drain your capacitor very quickly, so it's also advised to use either cannons or missiles in your high slots, as those don't use capacitor at all. The flexibility of fittings and playstyles for this ship is only countered by its lack of any bonuses to E-War that the other frigates like the Garmur or the Daredevil have, and technically trying to be tanky in anything smaller than a battleship is like a mouse wearing full plate armor. Still easy to squish. But hey, it's your 7 billion ISK on the line, not mine.
Number 3.
The only thing better than the Worm's 2 small drones with Bombard is the Tristan Navy issue's 3 small drones. The amount of burst DPS that can be pumped into this ship's friendly helpers is often heavily underestimated, and should be feared by any other ship on this list. The 2 unique bonuses the Tristan Navy gets are its extended damage control activation time of 6 seconds, sometimes being all the time you need to end a small ship fight before dropping, and its 20% reduction to the warp drive signature radius, allowing you to keep that micro warp drive pumping without making you an easier target to hit. Another bonus this ship gets is to its inertia, allowing it to accelerate and change directions up to 25% faster. This makes the Tristan Navy issue a relatively bulky, fast, and offensive frigate, capable of taking on many ship sizes and situations. If I had to say it had any weaknesses at all, it's probably because of what's at number 2.
Number 2.
Don't let this Explorer fool you. the Astero is a highly capable and deadly PvP frigate. Like the Hound III and Pacifier, the Astero can use covert ops cloaking devices without having a delay upon decloaking. It also has 3 small drones, like the offensive Tristan Navy. See where I'm going with this? If you are any frigate or destroyer sitting on a gate, you best be wary of a preloaded bombard Astero popping out a cloak and sending you back to base. Even mid-sized cruisers can be bursted down by 1 or 2 volleys of bombard from this ship, and by the time you realize you're being attacked, you have to lock onto a ship with a small signature radius, decent speed, and surprisingly good tank due to its armor repair bonuses. The Astero is the ultimate ambush frigate, and while more expensive than most due to its rare debris, it's not too crazy to IP or replace.
Number 1.
For me, there is no doubt which frigate is the king of frigate PvP right now, and that is the Succubus. If you've seen any of Captain Bobo or Major Payne's videos, you can clearly tell what one of these ships can do when fully developed. One of the strongest features the Succubus has is its 100% bonus to afterburner speed when fully skilled into Advanced Frigate Command, allowing it to reach micro warp drive level speeds without increasing its signature radius, cutting into its total capacitor, or being shut off by enemy warp scramblers. And while webs can usually be a good tool to slow down a ship like this so that larger weapons can get a clean shot, the addition of the Tactical Defense Implant and its level 45 ability, Tactical Countermeasure, provides a ton of bonuses to web resistance. Add on the Stasis Web Resistance GU, and a nanocore like Blue and White's Glaze Mode, or the Voyage Core's temporary speed boost plus web immunity, this ship can almost always pick and choose the fights it wants while escaping the ones it doesn't. A secondary bonus for the Succubus that most don't talk about is its base power grid of 96 being the highest power grid of any frigate on the list. While that usually is countered by its laser weapons costing more power grid to equip, it does allow you to downgrade your weapons in favor of fitting another module larger, like a medium extender for extra shield, or a medium afterburner for insane amounts of speed. And for all of those amazing bonuses, you'd think it was expensive like the Garmur or the Astero, but on average it's actually going for half the cost of those ships because the debris to make it is so common. Speed, power, amazing nanocore options, perfect synergy with the passive bonuses of the Tactical Defense Implant, and reliable affordability make the Succubus the number 1 PvP frigate on my list. Alright, that'll do it. That is my top 10 frigates for PvP. Hopefully you agreed. If you didn't, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know why. Let me know what your favorite ship is and see if you can win a prize, one of the hulls in the thumbnail for this video. And let me know if you want to see me do more videos like this where I go through destroyer, cruiser, battlecruiser, etc. with a top 10 if you enjoy that kind of content. Until then, fly safe, have fun, and I'll see you in the next Gromire Games video.